This is Vernon Marcotte. He's a plumbing inspection supervisor for the Sewerage and Water Board. He certainly looks official in his uniform and employee badge. This photo is filed in public records of building inspections, but it has nothing to do with Marcotte's public job as a plumbing inspector. It was taken to show Marcotte was properly licensed to do private work on the side as a master gas fitter, hooking up gas lines and water heaters at people's homes. But we called Marcotte, and he admitted he didn't do any of that work.
I was just filing permits. Back then, I was filing the permit to have it done, and then a licensed plumber would put in.
But not all licensed plumbers are licensed gas fitters, and that's where Marcotte's license comes in. He's filed hundreds of gas permits, 236 of them in 2020 alone. City documents clearly list him as the contractor on all of those jobs.
So are you getting paid for those jobs?
Just reversing of a license fee.
But contracts he signed and filed with the city show him charging an average of $276 per contract. Even subtracting city permit fees, that can add up quickly to more than $58,000 a year. More than Marcotte's taxpayer-funded salary of $57,000 from the Sewerage and Water Board. And again, it's for work Marcotte says he didn't actually do. Marcotte says he's not double-dipping. He said he tries to schedule inspections of his gas fitting jobs during his Sewerage and Water Board lunch break. Except the timestamps on the photos of him at those inspections run the gamut, from 8 a.m. to the early afternoon. Marcotte says he only puts the permits in his name to help plumbers who don't have the required gas fitter licenses or have let them lapse.
And a lot of master plumbers don't want to fool with it. It's just too onerous. So I would file a permit for them to go ahead and do their work.
But the state criminal code says it's contractor fraud if someone, quote, knowingly employs a subcontractor who does not possess the required license.
If his name was on the permit, he is the contractor for that project.
But was Marcotte actually there to check the work? He appears in the inspection photos from less than 10% of his gas permits last year. The city inspector who approved all of these jobs under Lambert's permits is Buddy Frisch. Here's a picture from city inspection records of Frisch holding up his city inspector's license at one of Lambert's jobs last month, just after 10 a.m. on a Wednesday. And there's Marcotte smiling in the background in his Sewerage and Water Board uniform. We caught up with Frisch at another gas inspection he did last week and asked him what Marcotte was doing at Lambert's jobs. So he's there in his Sewerage and Water Board uniform, working. Yes. He's claiming 8 hours of work at that time for the Sewerage and Water Board, and you're taking a photo of him as the licensed gas fitter.
Correct.
Why is he taking the photo as the licensed gas fitter when Lambert has the permit?
That's a good question. You'll have to ask Danny and Vernon about that.
Eyewitness News begins with breaking news.
And good Friday afternoon to you. Thanks for being with us. I'm Mike McDaniel. The FBI raided the New Orleans Sewerage and Water Board this morning. They were looking for records in the plumbing department related to a David Hammer investigation we aired last night. David joins us live now from the Sewerage and Water Board. Hey there, David.
Good afternoon, Mike. Yeah, last night we did a story detailing months of my investigation into self-dealing in the Sewerage and Water Board plumbing department, and this morning FBI agents were here on St. Joseph Street taking documents related to that plumbing department. They came out. Actually, I saw two agents coming out with a bag, and then additional agents came and got additional boxes out of a U-Haul truck that was parked right behind where I'm standing now. Last month, Frisch told us he worked full-time on the side for Hermanos Rivera while also working full-time at the city, making sure residential gas lines are installed safely.
But I do work 60 hours a week minimum, and you can ask anybody that I know.
But he changed his tune when the state licensing board questioned him under oath Thursday.
Again, you were not employed, correct?
Correct.
The state board revoked Frisch's plumbing and mechanical licenses for lying on his application.
You don't have anything to say about how you're going to do your job as an inspector when you're
if
admitting?
If you've done your investigating, you'll find that I resigned last week.